It's 11 p.m., and you're lying in bed, staring at your phone, watching some guy your age show off a brand new watch that costs more than 6 months of your rent. He's laughing, he's relaxed, he looks like money has never once stressed him out in his life. And you're lying there doing the math, again, on whether you can cover rent, your car payment, and groceries this month without overdrafting. That feeling? That quiet, gnawing sense that you're working just as hard as everyone else but somehow falling further behind? That's not a you problem, that's a strategy problem. Because most people were never taught how money actually works. They were taught to earn it, spend it, and hope something's left over. That's not a wealth plan, that's a survival loop. But what if 15, 18, even $20 an hour is actually enough, not just to survive, but to mathematically build $1 million net worth? No inheritance, no tech salary, no lucky crypto bet. Just a real plan and the discipline to follow it. This isn't motivation, this is math. And by the end of this video, you're gonna see, dollar by dollar, exactly how it's done. My name is Joe, and if you enjoy the video, please give it a like. That's all I ask. Before we get into the how, let me tell you about a man named Ronald Read. Picture a small town in Vermont. Cold winters, working-class neighborhood, nothing fancy. Every morning, Ronald Read drives a beat-up old Toyota to work. He pumps gas, he sweeps floors, he eats a simple lunch he packed from home. His coat is held together with a safety pin because he doesn't see the point in buying a new one. People who knew Ronald thought he was just a quiet, frugal old man, nothing special. When Ronald Read died in 2014 at the age of 92, his family gathered for the reading of his will expecting modest savings, maybe enough to cover funeral costs. What they found instead left them speechless. Ronald Read, the janitor, the gas station attendant, the man with the safety-pinned coat, had quietly, patiently built an $8 million fortune. He never won the lottery, never started a company, never earned a six-figure salary a day in his life. He did 3 things, and 3 things only, for decades. He spent less than he earned, he cut out waste ruthlessly, and he invested steadily in strong, dividend-paying companies like Procter & Gamble and JP Morgan. And then he left those investments completely alone and let time do the work. Ronald Read understood one truth that most people never learn. Wealth isn't built in a single day. It's built quietly, in the background, one small, disciplined decision at a time, while everyone else is busy spending money to impress people they don't even like. And Ronald is not alone. According to Forbes, 56% of American millionaires are fully self-made. There are 24.5 million millionaires in the United States right now, and most of them didn't start with an advantage. They started with a decision. The question isn't whether it's possible on a low salary. Ronald already answered that. The question is whether you're willing to follow the same 4 steps. Here's the framework. 4 questions. Answer yes to all 4, and $1 million stops being a dream. It becomes a timeline. 1. Are you eliminating wasteful expenses? 2. Are you budgeting strategically? 3. Do you have a side hustle? 4. Is your money actually growing through investments? Let's go through each one. Most people have no idea where their money actually goes. Not because they're careless, because the leaks are invisible. It's not one big hole draining your account, it's 100 tiny ones. A $15.99 streaming service you haven't opened since January, a $5 energy drink 3 times a week, $15 in fast food charges from places you barely remember stopping at, subscriptions you signed up for during a free trial 2 years ago and completely forgot about. None of it feels like a big deal in the moment. That's exactly how it gets you. Because these aren't just small purchases, they're stolen investment dollars wearing a disguise. Here's what that actually costs you. Cut just $30 a week in waste. 1 less takeout order, 1 fewer energy drink run, cancel 1 unused subscription. That's $1,560 a year. Invested at 7% average annual returns over 30 years, that single habit change is worth more than $150,000. $150,000 from skipping 1 takeout order a week. Now scale that up. An 18-year-old who saves just $250 a month and puts it into an S&P 500 index fund, by age 65, that modest amount grows to over $1.1 million. A 25-year-old putting away $500 a month hits $1.3 million by retirement. Even a 50-year-old starting late, investing $3,000 a month, can still approach 7 figures before retirement age. The variable that determines your wealth isn't your salary, it's your leak rate. Picture a bucket with small holes drilled in the bottom. You keep pouring water in from the top, your paycheck, but it keeps draining out the bottom faster than it fills. The holes are your subscriptions, your impulse buys, your daily waste. Plug the holes first, then start filling the bucket. Start tonight. Cancel one subscription, skip one delivery order. Put that $10 or $15 somewhere it can grow. That's your first win. Here's a stat that may surprise you. Half of Americans earning over $100,000 a year still live paycheck to paycheck, not because $100K isn't enough to build wealth, because they never learned to budget. They just bought bigger problems with a bigger paycheck, a larger mortgage, a luxury car payment, a lifestyle that eats every raise before it even clears. More money doesn't fix a broken system. A better system fixes everything. Here's the blueprint for a $20 an hour earner bringing home roughly $3,467 a month after taxes. 3 categories, 3 numbers, no exceptions. 50%, $1,733, goes to needs. Picture your rent, your grocery bags on the kitchen counter, your electric bill, your gas tank, your basic health care. Essentials only. Keep this category lean, but never compromise your safety or health to do it. 30%, $1,040, goes to wants. Picture yourself at a restaurant with friends, buying a new pair of shoes, paying for a hobby you actually enjoy. You're allowed to live your life. This category exists so you don't burn out and blow the whole plan. Stay inside this number. 20%, $693, goes directly into investing, and this is the one that changes everything. This is not whatever's left over at the end of the months. This comes out first, the moment your paycheck hits, before you buy a single thing. Automate it, set it, and forget it. This is the paycheck you're sending to your future self. That's $693 a month invested consistently at 7% returns over 30 years becomes $858,000 before you add a single dollar from expense cuts or a side hustle. Use a free budgeting app like Mint or even a basic notes app on your phone. The tool doesn't matter, the habit does. Apply the 50-30-20 split to your very next paycheck. No waiting, no perfect timing, just start. One paycheck pays your bills. It does not build wealth. The average millionaire has 7 income streams, not 7 jobs, 7 streams. Dividends from stocks, rental income, a small online business, freelance work on the side, multiple pipes feeding into the same bucket. You don't need 7 streams today. You need one more than you have right now. And before you tell me you don't have time, consider this. The average American watches 3 to 4 hours of television every single day. That's 21 to 28 hours a week. That's a part-time job spent watching shows you'll forget by next Tuesday. Nobody is saying cut it all out, but somewhere inside those 28 hours is your side hustle. Somewhere in there is the 2 nights a week that builds your second income stream. Time isn't your problem. What you do with it is. Picture yourself at a thrift store on a Saturday morning, walking the aisles, spotting a branded piece of furniture or a pair of sneakers someone donated without knowing their value. You buy it for $15, you list it on Facebook Marketplace, you sell it for $60. That's flipping, and people do $500 to $1,000 a month on weekends doing exactly this. This is actually how I made my very first dollar online, selling on eBay about 20 years ago, and I still sell a few things on eBay every month because the thrill of buying something for a few bucks and quadrupling your money never gets old. There's nothing like the rush of hitting up a flea market on a sunny Sunday morning and finding an old collectible for $10 you know you can flip for $50 or even more. In fact, 2 years ago, I bought a hard-to-find magazine for $5 and sold it for $1,200. Or if reselling doesn't interest you, imagine opening a Fiverr account and offering a skill you already have: writing, graphic design, video editing, social media management, even data entry. You don't need a portfolio. You need one completed job to get your first review. From there, it compounds. Here's the number that should get you moving. $500 a month from a side hustle invested at 7% for 28 years grows to over $1 million. That's 2 pizza delivery shifts a week becoming $1 million retirement fund. According to Statista, 44% of U.S. workers already have a side hustle earning between $500 and $1,000 a month. This isn't hustle culture hype. This is what regular people are actually doing right now. Pick one thing. This week, list one item. Take one free course. Apply for one gig. The first $100 you earn outside your main job will completely change how you see what's possible. Picture two jars on a table. In the first jar, you drop $100 a month, every month like clockwork. The jar earns almost nothing, a basic savings account paying 0.5% interest. At the end of 30 years, you open it and find roughly $37,000. Better than nothing, but barely. In the second jar, every dollar you put in starts working. It earns returns. Those returns earn returns on top of returns. At the end of 30 years, you open it and there's over $121,000 from that same $100 a month. That's compound interest at 7%, the difference between parking your money and putting it to work. A standard savings account paying 0.5% interest isn't protecting your money, it's letting inflation quietly eat it alive. With inflation running around 3% annually, every dollar sitting still is losing purchasing power every single year. Your money is shrinking in your sleep. The S&P 500, the index that tracks America's 500 largest companies, has averaged a 10.7% annualized return from 1926 through 2024 with dividends reinvested. And here is the stat that ends every debate about whether investing is too risky. Historically, holding an S&P 500 index fund for any 20-year period has never once resulted in a loss. Not through the Great Depression, not through the 2008 financial crisis, not through the pandemic. Never. The strategy is simple. Low-cost index funds that track the S&P 500, ETFs like VOO or SPY. You set up automatic monthly contributions. You do not check it every day. You do not panic when the market drops. You leave it alone and let decades do what decades do. To reach $1 million in 30 years, you need roughly $650 a month invested at 8%. Here's exactly where that comes from for a $20 an hour earner. You cut $130 freed up from cutting wasteful expenses. You make coffee at home instead of buying it. You pack a lunch 3 days a week. You cancel the streaming service you haven't opened since last year. That's $100 freed up, painlessly. You split your paycheck using 50, 30, 20. That 20%, $693, moves automatically into your Webull account the moment your paycheck clears, into VOO or SCHD. Every single month. You never see it, you never touch it, it just grows. And if anyone watching has other index funds they recommend, drop them in the comments. I'd love to see what you're investing in. You start a side hustle. Maybe you flip a few items on Facebook Marketplace on weekends. Maybe you drive 2 nights for DoorDash or Uber. Maybe you freelance a skill you already have. You build it up to $500 a month. Every dollar of that goes directly into investing. Total going in every month, $693 from your paycheck, plus $500 from your hustle, plus $100 from cutting waste. That's $1,293 invested every single month. At a conservative 7% annual return over 30 years, you're sitting on $1.6 million. Not because you got lucky, not because you earned a tech salary, because you made a decision at 25 and you didn't stop. The only difference between you and Ronald Read isn't the amount you earn, it's whether you start.